Hello everyone. Alright, time for my feed. Going to send out some invites real quick like, as we do. Just gonna send out some of these. Lovely. Jamie Taylor's joined us. Thanks for joining, Jamie. Once a few of you guys roll in, we'll get straight into what we're going to do today. One of the first things is going to be what came in the post. Alta's joined us. Thanks for joining, Alta. Hannah's joined us. Thanks for joining, Hannah. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're possibly going to build some more stuff for the Scale Garage, which is coming along excellently. I've got a couple of lights installed now, as you guys seen with the Facebook posts. We've got a light in the garage, got a light in the carport. I'm planning on doing a lot more of those. I will also show what lights they are and a quick rough guide to how I wind them up. Rex has joined us. Mr. Chris Leach has joined us. Thanks for joining, Chris Leach. Speaking of lights and Mr. Leach, I may use the same sort of lights, Mr. Leach, that I use for my office and my carport for that light box I was talking about for the Rush Creek RC light box decal dealing. So yes, today's a bit of what came in the post and possibly build some more stuff for the Scale Garage. I know I need to build a bookshelf for the office. I'm going to kit the office out completely. Bookshelf for the office. Mr. Leach is working on a functioning hoist, which is just epic. I can't wait. Functioning hoist for the Scale Garage, because scale. And he's a clever bugger, Mr. Leach. Tony's joined us. Thanks for joining, Tony. I'm not seeing any comments. I can only assume this is Facebook being its wonderful self. There we go. Now they're popping up. Evening. Hey, mate, says Alta. What's up, Johnny and other mates? That means he's talking to everyone out there. So, yeah. Again, feel free to give it a share. Shares are very helpful. The more we get these out, the more I can do with them. So, that's good. I do have a few things in the works. I'm trying to develop forward to make these live feeds more fun. Trying to get us more competitions, giveaways, all these sorts of things. I will be doing my own little competition shortly, which will include the BCRC decals, so you're going to need to get some of those. Nick's with us. Thanks for joining, Nick. So yeah, there's going to be a competition where you can win a BCRC t-shirt, possibly a hoodie. Yeah, that's in the works. So not a huge competition, but competition. Alta, man, the new garage is looking, he's going amazing. Love your work. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Rowan's joined us. Thanks for joining, Rowan. He's not too far away from me, actually. Matt's joined us as well. Thanks for joining, Matt. Tony, is that your 5 o'clock shadow? This is about a 3:30. Tony, about a 3:30. It grows really quick. So, yeah. I mean, we're starting to get a few of you guys rolling in now, so I'm tempted to just whip into this bad boy that rocked up from RC Mart. I do love an RC Mart parcel. I'll be sure to sit this on the bench so no personal details are shown. Right, now I haven't opened this yet, obviously. So I'm going to fire in. I could probably use my scissors for that, but anyway. Fire straight in and undo this box so you can see what goodies I got in the post. I have a bad habit of ordering stuff and then forgetting what I order. Hey mate, can we see that garage live on the camera? Yes, I will show the garage. We can do that. Yes, I have a habit of ordering stuff and then forgetting what I order, and it turns up and I go, ooh, look at that. So there's every chance that's going to be a part of today's live feed. Yeah, look, once we get through a couple of things, we'll swing the camera around and do a full, this is where we're at and this is what I've done with the garage. So don't stress, you will see. All right, cut open some sticky tape. Top tip, when you cut an open box with a knife, don't go jabbing it in there because you may have something expensive that you don't want to stick your knife through. So just put the tip of your knife into the tape. Give it a cut. Jeremy's joined us. Thanks for joining, Jeremy. I probably need to cut the tape across here too, but we will push through. I'm going to need to cut it. Yes, Jeremy's joined us. Jeremy the man from Big Squid. Watched Jeremy's live feed the other day with Adam Van Oort. give that a quick snippy. We do like a live unboxing on the live feeds. And this is about as unboxing as you get. Okie dokie. First up, now this is what you guys voted for. I know it's backwards. This is the Sprinter that all you guys voted for. For the, where did I put it? There. That's the body that's going on the XM1S chassis from RC Express. So that's awesome. I'm pumped about that. ABC. I like that it comes in a nice box with a little carry handle and all those sorts of things. And this body wasn't very expensive. Okay, let's have a quick look-see. Unboxing and unboxing. Right, so we have front nose coney piece. Obviously, it's not the full nose cone. It looks to me like it's just a lip spoiler. Maybe two different variants of lips. Oh, one will be the bumper, which I'll have to chrome paint real nice. And such and so on. But anyway, so there's this piece here. The Lexan feels thick. Front and rear bumper. It says on the top and bottom, front and rear. Front and rear bumpers. Sorry, ear users. Oh wow, this is rather detailed. What looks to be a rear spoiler. I don't know what those other two pieces are. There's light buckets in there. There's... Okay, we've got some more buckety pieces and such and so on in there with the rear spoiler as well. I'll sit that down gently so I don't wreck your ears. Front and rear, more light lenses by the looks of things. This is a very detailed little body. Oh dear, what have I done? Thanks guys, you voted for this. Robert's joined us, Johnny Rains has joined us, thanks for joining fellas. There's another piece with light buckets as well. Wow, this is going to be a very scale body. Okay, so we've got a crap ton of light lenses there as well, which is excellent. I will sit down, plan all this out proper and nice and make sure I get it really good. Do you want to see that? This looks pretty cool. Ooh. Have a go at that little bad boy. That is a cool, cool body. Good job on the voting, fellas. And it feels strong. That's really rigid Lexan. Quite like that. That's nice. What do you think of that? I'm trying my best today for the light not to carry on. I've got an extra light above me shooting out the back and everything. It's just Facebook. It's crap. Kevin's joined us, also known as Red Hot Romeo. I won't forget that, mate. Anyway, so we've got this wicked little Sprinter body. That's awesome. I was on the fence when you guys picked this, but I'll be honest, looking at it now, I'm glad you did. That's pretty cool. Double-sided tapes, plenty of, for all the bits you got to stick on. Rather detailed looking bit of instruction kit there, which is good. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to freshen up on my Chinese. Oh dear. I don't know Chinese, but I think I'm going to have to learn. Now, Ultra, great question. What colour will that bad boy be? Well, I think the only fair, fun way to do this is with a vote. So I will create a poll in the group, and I will have maybe between 5 and 10 colours. I'll put 5 and 10 colours to choose from, and you guys can pick the colour. Robert's joined us. Jacob's joined us. Thanks for joining, fellas. Look. It's the body everyone voted for. Look at it. What a wicked looking little car. Yeah, so I'm going to have to freshen up on my Chinese. And when I say freshen up, I mean learn everything because I don't know any of it. What a very detailed little body. Wow. Anyway, that's got all the fancy deets that we need, which is excellent. Then we have our decal sheets. Now, we have a mask. Now, I know you can't see this very well, but I'll try. I do my best. We have a mask. There's a crap ton of like headlight masks and such in here, and window masks. And then underneath it, we have all our, what can only be described as ridiculously detailed decals. Wow, they're nice. They are really nice. I will take some photos of these later and show you just how nice these decals are, because no matter what I do, you're not going to get it from this Facebook thing, because even if I try and focus on that, it just doesn't work because Facebook's stupid. It doesn't focus after you start a feed, which is why the light plays up. It focuses before the feed, and as soon as you start, that's where it stays, which is why we get the light change. Figured it out. Dave Wall's joined us. Thanks for joining, Dave. So there's going to be lots of detailed pictures of this body I'll put on the group after the feed. I've got to tell you, for the price of the body, wowzers, that's a lot of stuff. And it's just so detailed. I did figure out with that quick browse in the book. Okay, so we've got front and rear bumpers here. Front and rear bumper mounts. So your bumper is properly spaced out from the body. Well done, ABC Hobby, by the way. That's who makes this. Front and rear bumper mounts. And then all of our light lenses. And then, I don't know what the left and right ones are, but I'm sure we'll figure those out. They're pretty big. Anyway, possibly light buckets for the, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Rear spoiler, I can pick that one, but the other one I don't know, so we'll have to figure that out as we go. So that's the first thing that's in the box that's in the box. I do like getting stuff in the mail. Really excited to do that. What colours are you guys seeing? Roland's only a few thousand characters Mandarin. Yeah, I'll pick it up over the weekend. It's only Sunday. I'm glad they put pictures in the book. I'll give you the tip. Oh, and I forgot my tape. Everything's at the other end. Kidding. Are you going to make it so the door's open? Not a chance. No, not a chance. Love your thought process. This stuff's brilliant. Keep it. Yeah, I'm not making doors open and shut, mate. There's just no way. Oh, man. Okay, John, I went a bit silly with the goodies. So, what we have first is, now I've already picked the wheels for the car, and that's what you're going to see first. From ABC Hobby, we have some super lights. Now, I don't care who you are, if you've got a 4-cylinder car, I'm popping bubble wrap here. If you've got a 4-cylinder car, you've got to have super lights on a car like that, especially with the big spoiler and such on it. So we've got some super lights. These were like, I'll guess, I think they were less than $10 a pair. I know they're plastic, but they're nice. They're nice looking wheels. They're pretty well detailed too. So obviously, and look, they're tiny. They're proper M series size. They're not your normal drift size wheel. Look at the little. They're going to look wicked. I am going to try and make this car look pretty damn scale, considering what it is. So, okay, what do we have next? We have tyres. Tyres with foams. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, I went out semi-slick. Because, you know, race your little classic car on the road / off the road. Just going to open one of these up. Yes, I did. Show you guys the tread. Johnny says lime green. I love lime green. The only issue with painting lime green is I've got a lime green demon sitting right next to the camera. Get out of their tyres. Man, they're grippy. So, we get our foam inserts. Check out that little bad boy. Oh, I'm excited about this. This little car is going to look epic. So I'm gonna try and scale this thing as much as I possibly can, considering it's a Lex body. The details that the body comes with by itself allows you to go very scaled with it. They are stupid sticky. Why don't they make crawler tyres with that stuff? Yowzers. Probably because people climb trees with them. Anywho, let me see if I can quickly stuff this phone back inside the tyre. And then I'll get on to the next thing. Riley's joined us. Thanks for joining, Riley. Okay, so we've got wheels and tyres. There should be another pack of tyres in here somewhere. Yes, good. I remember to order the correct amount. ESC. I'm going to use this for this. Now, for those that didn't watch the last feed, I'm going to take this brushless out of it. This is going to go in the monster truck. I'm going to run a brushed system in that, 13.5 turn. So it's not going to be stupid, break your neck, crash your car and wreck it in one go fast. It's going to be, this car is plenty fast enough to have fun with it, film it, enjoy it, but not wreck it. I don't want to put a lot of effort into this car and wreck it. So, ESC for that. This is our motor. Please tell me I picked the right one. 13 turn. Yeah, racing, hack moto, brushed motor. That's what's going to go in it. And from all experiences, I've used the hack moto stuff before in crawlers and such. They're good motors. So that's why, I mean, this whole box for the majority is for that little car. So all I have to do now is decide the colour, which you guys are going to help with. Decide the colour, paint it, put the stuff together. I do have to get a pinion gear still. My bad, forgot about that. Probably should have ordered that at the same time I ordered all the other stuff for this car. But that's fine. That's half the fun. So we've got that. Now what I think about first too, I've got myself a couple of fresh RC Mart t-shirts or the new designs and such. So, sorry for the noise. Keep your eye on the next live feeds and such because you will be seeing those shirts. Anyone thinking about getting RC Mart shirts and racing and such, rcmart.com, obviously. They're pretty cheap and they're nice shirts. Definitely can recommend. Cardboard boxes. These are the staple for your trucks and your scale garages. They're bloody cheap. I think they're like $3 something a packet. They're bloody cheap. There's like 10 or 15 boxes in here. You make the box yourself. We can make one of those on the feed so I can show you how easy it's done. You make the box yourself. They weigh nothing. So you can bolt them. You can put them on top of your truck. Makes zero difference to how your truck performs, but looks scale. And they're good for scale garages because they take up a bit of space without spending a fortune on each little tiny scale accessory. Put those in your shopping cart next time. Steve Minnick's Candy Orange. Now, I do have an orange truck sitting over this side of the garage, but that's not a bad idea either. We could possibly do a two-tone. Silver and purple. Good combo. Anyway, what's this? Oh, I did order some big wanky wheels for the car. Oops. Okay, so apparently that slipped my mind. I think I ordered some shelf wheels and some driving wheels. Oh, how silly of me. Check those bad boys out. So, do you like those? We'll get to the garage, mate. We've got to do the box first. So I ordered these bad boys. I'm not seeing you feed something live. I'm feeding your appetite for RC goodness, Dion. Lee's joined us. Thanks for joining, Lee. So I got these as well. And, I mean, look at them. Can you see why I got them? They do have on-road tyres, I believe. Or did I get the drifty ones? I can't remember. No, they're drift ones. So these are my shelf wheels. I know I ordered a set, I'm sure. I think they were like $10. I ordered a set just to put on the car for the shelf because they look epic. Sorry, but they do. Okay. Try and whip through this because Alta's getting impatient. Adam Van Oort joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Adam. Tony has to go. Cousin's wedding reception. Well, tell him congratulations, Tony, from all the people here at BCRC. Dion throws a drift. Yes, but I won't be drifting with them. In saying that, it is an all-wheel drive car. These are pretty much for my shelf. That's when I just sit the car on the shelf. If I want to go out and race it, I'll bolt on the little racing tyres. I can't believe how grippy they are. Okay, bam. That's the right. That way. That right. Yeah, racing 20 kilo servos. I always like to have a couple of these spare on the go, ready for whenever I need them. I do have to change the servo in the farm truck because when I built that, I smashed an old Traxxas servo in it and it's still in there. So that's getting a year racing 20 kilo servo because that's what I run in all my trucks. So, whoops. Can't believe I left that in there. Okay, we're getting close, people. I've really got to watch how many times I click the yes and how many button. Okay, I think that's everything. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, RC Mart decal sheet. Got to have some of those so I can put some RC Mart decals in my garage, inside the office, on like a drawer or something, all those sorts of things. Look, my light's fine. It's the Facebook live feed. If I sit here for the whole feed and don't move forwards, the light's fine. What happens is, you hit your focus point before you start a live feed, right? Facebook focuses on that point and then doesn't change thereafter. So if you move, it doesn't try and change anything. It gets confused when people move. Brian's joined us. Thanks for joining, Brian. So you're just going to have to deal with it. It's just how it is, mate. Johnny, I've got a 20 kilo on my UDR. That will turn those wheels. How do you find it for speed with your UDR? I mean, obviously, you don't need a flat-out servo on those trucks as long as you plan out how you turn and you sort of get used to what's in it. So if you have to turn a little bit before you normally would, you get the picture. RC Mart decal sheet. Got that because they're handy. They've got a crap ton of decals. Some scale cokes and a tray. Now, I do have one of these over there, but apparently I've misplaced some Coke bottles. I've misplaced a lot of them. I can only find like 2. Anyway, so I've got some of those. Extra speeds for your scale accessories too. Then I got some cans of soda pop. These are metal cans with a little cage basket that comes with them. Scale is F and they look awesome, these things. So awesome, in fact, apparently I clicked. Oh, what did I do? I got a barrel, right? Got a barrel with a beer. I've already got 2 beers sitting over there. Got a barrel with some beer, so that can go on the bench as well. Johnny, plan ahead. Yes, definitely. Where do you get your scale items? RC Mart. Everything you've seen so far that we've gotten, RC Mart. Because that's cheap, man. Just makes sense. I mean, I knew I was getting the body from RC Mart, and as a lot of you guys know, I'm sponsored by RC Mart and Gear Racing, so I mean, it makes sense for me to go get this stuff because look, I got this. Yeah, Racing do a barrel too that's very similar to the extra speed one, and it's like I've got to pay attention to what you click on, people. Otherwise, you're going to have stuff turn up and go, "How many of the same thing did I order?" And I also got some brush guards. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about these. Stupid light. These are what I've seen on the camel truck. They go from just here up to here. Brush guards. Stops branches smashing your windscreen. So they're like $2.90. Quick, simple little kit. Definitely recommend, especially if you've got a Land Rover. I've actually got a set of those on my TRX4 as well. I tossed up the idea of trying it with the Demon. I thought, then I probably can't open the wallet. Try it with the PG4. Nah. But I've got them there because I know I'll use them. So that's everything. That's what turned up in the post. I love post day. Oh, actually, I did also get... Now, I told you just a while ago how I ordered two of these motors. Okay? Now, I ordered those off Wish, because Wish, sometimes stuff pops up and it's cheap. Anyway, there was supposed to be a deal where there was 2 motors and 2 ESCs. and it was like $35. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'll just buy it. 2 motors, 2 ASCs, plenty quick enough for that, plenty quick enough for the monster truck, done. Waterproof, win-win. Anywho, so I ordered it, 2 motors turned up, and that was it. No ESCs. So I messaged Wish, and to their credit, they've always been excellent with customer service with me. I sent them a photo of what turned up. The photo of the ad, and said, look, this is what's supposed to have been sold to me. Other people have even put in their comments on this ad with pictures that they got the ESCs and the motors together. So they essentially said to me, okay, we can see why you thought that's what you were going to get. You didn't get it, so we're going to refund your money, keep what they sent. Okay. So anywho, that's fine. Now, I've since got rid of one of the motors. When I sold the Honda, the guy that bought the Honda was after a brushless motor, and I was like, well, look, I've got a waterproof motor here, probably what you're going to need for where you are. So, give him the motor with the car, Mickey Mouse. So, long story long, I'm going to take the motor out of the... Oh, look what turned up this week. Now, I ordered one of these last week, and if you watched, I think, the last live feed, I got one of these last week. Now, I only ordered one. I got one 2 days ago. For free from I don't know who. I know it was from Wish, because it's in a Wish packaging thing. So now I've got a spare brushless waterproof ASC sitting around that I've got no motor for. So now I'm going to have to order another motor. Anyway, so that's what turned up in the post this week. Ting, play theme music. Okay, so I'm going to quickly put this stuff in a box. Just going to dump this stuff back in the box so that I don't lose it or misplace it or forget where I put it, because I have a terrible habit of going, I'll put this here, right, and then I'll know where it is. So then when I come back to use it later, I know exactly where it is. Jason Woods joined us. When I go back to use it later, turns out I put it somewhere slightly different than I thought I did, and then I can't find it. And then swear words happen. True story. Okay, so that's that. Now, I'm going to put my car back, tidy up the mess I've made. And then I'm going to show the garage, because a big box for little things. Don't forget there was my t-shirts and our car body. That's why the box was so big, because of the body. Okie McDokey. Quick swig of my coffee. Then I'll quickly show you what I used for the lights of the garage, and then I'll show you the garage. What's everyone doing anyway? Right. Okay, so as you guys seen, I put some lights in my office and I put some lights in the carport. Now, something else I ordered off Wish, totally forgot about until it turned up. I actually don't even recall clicking order on it. Scroll back up and read TC's question. Mate, the reason you're sponsored by RC Money is because of these videos on the Facebook page. Or are you racing? Essentially, RC Mart came to me over a year ago now. They like what I do. You know, I not only did I use a lot of racing stuff, I still do, obviously, weathering it, using it with my photos and all that sort of thing. I mean, they like what I do, and they like how passionate I am about the hobby, because they're the same sort of people, and that's how that all sort of came together. So I'm not a racer with them, because I do builds, I do photography, I do that sort of. Let me just get the comments back there. I do that sort of stuff. I mean, in my honest opinion, you'll attract more people to a good product if you've got someone that believes in the product. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys to buy anything I think shit. If I say to you, I think you should, look into this stuff, I don't say you have to go and buy it. I'm giving you my opinion. So if I say to you that I think you should go to RC Mart, and I think you should check out Extra Speed Racing, ABC, RC Express, these sort of things, I recommend these brands because I've spent my hard-earned on them. I've seen them, and I think they're bloody good stuff. It's the same with Samex stuff. I recommend it because it's bloody good. Stephen's joined us. Who else joined us? Adam Ginn's joined us. Gin? You have to tell me how it's pronounced, mate. How you going, fellas? Thanks for joining. So, anywho, back around now to, I hope that answers your question, Alter. Back around to the lights. So, anyway, this strip of lights turned up from Wish. I knew it was Wish because it was in those little Wish bags. And it was a strip of LED lighting attached to a USB plug. Now, the strip was nearly a metre long. I thought, well, there's no point trying to put it on the roof. I've already got a roof light. At some stage, I am going to put some form of big beam across the roof with some hanging lights from the roof down. Anyway, I figured there was no point trying to use this for the roof. I'll use it in little select detailed areas. Now, I don't know if you know, with these lights, there's little black lines. And I know it's hard for you guys to see. See that little black line there? You can actually get your scissors out and cut each one of the LEDs off separately. They do have little copper bloody circles, 2 circles on either end of each LED. I can take some photos and pop these up if you guys want to see closer detail. Now what that means is you can actually solder one light here, cut it off, 2 extension wires, solder the next light. 2 extension wires, solder the next light. So you can space these lights out 20 foot apart. Bit extensive, but you know what I mean. So what I did was I cut a strip, I think of about 8 LEDs, put 2 wires on it, came out to a plug. Now on the actual USB plug, I've put 3 plugs off it. It's just a 5 volt dealie, if I remember correctly. So that's actually plugged into my phone charger that's running the lights that are on the garage. Yeah. They will run all night. I know this because now I know I posted, I hate it when people leave the lights on. Guess what I did last night? Left them on all night. If you can, post the way you solder them too. I can do that. Tell you what, let me try something for Alta. Where's my reverse camera button? Okay. Now, I'll try and do this without dropping my phone because it's in the phone holder. These are the little parts that you solder on these lines. Okay, I'm going to grab my phone out of the holder so I don't drop it. Okay, so these little dots here are where you solder your wire to. Now, when you do it, don't hold your solder there for ages. You're going to end up wrecking it. What you're better off doing is putting a blob on your soldering iron, just a tiny one, come down, hold it on there for 2 seconds, take it back off. You should have some solder will stick to these. They are marked positive and negative. So, I mean, it's pretty foolproof. That black line is where you cut them. So if you want to, if you want to say have these 2, cut that one off, and then have a gap from these 4 and these, you can cut it there, put a positive and negative between these 2, and then say have this one go to your power. It's really that simple. They're bloody brilliant. And if you can get the ones with the USB, you're laughing, because then it's just a simple matter of plug it into your phone charger, and then you can have your little scale lights working. So the scale lights in that garage, you can see the shine on the wall. Scale light in there. I do need to get myself another hinge. I thought I had more hinges, but I don't. Now those hinges, because this is going into balsa wood, they're super glued on. At some stage, I'm going to finger drill out the holes and put a scale bolt in there for looks. But for the actual structural rigidity of it, it's super glued on. If you're going to do this, use minimalistic amounts of super glue. Otherwise, you'll glue the hinge and it won't move. Joey Fraser's joined us. Thanks for joining, Joey. I will grab once I put the phone back in the holder, I will grab the dealie and show you. So now while we're looking at the garage, yesterday I built a ladder and I built some railing around the top and I built the roof, etc. for the office. So this essentially is just a little storage room. Now, I know originally I had it planned, this was going to come out, and then it was going to come across, and then it was going to come in and be more of a half hexagon shape. But I decided to change it to this so that it takes up less room. Because what I want to do is have roller door here. Not sure yet as to whether that's going to work. Straight up and down roller door, maybe. A working hoist here. That's what I'd like to have sort of there. I think that'll be a pretty good spot for it. It's still out of my way. I can hoist the truck up. It's going to look nice and scaly, etc. and so on. Then I'll play with this area. I'll change this around. This is just there at the moment. It's not in any particular form or order as to how it's going to stay. It's just, as I've been building stuff, I've been lining it up and etc. and so on. I mean, there's every chance we could turn this tyre rack so it's straight in and out, make a little welding area in the corner over there, that sort of thing. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff yet. I want to build some overhead cabinets. I want to build a toolbox. I'm still yet to build a power junction box. So I'm going to run wires out of all the junction box to go to the office, to go to the carport, to go up over here. I've got a working arcade machine coming for up here. I'm hoping to make a working TV, so I'll get rid of that and I'll have a screen on the wall with a working TV, hopefully running some of my YouTube videos on it. So, I mean, come on, how cool is that? I'm still yet to do the outside pieces for the windows so that there's actually an Australian background out there. But look, there's heaps of stuff I want to do yet. I know it's getting there, but there's still heaps I want to do yet. So, I love that hose. Just quietly, I love that. That turned out really, really good. It's nice when you have a plan and it comes together. I wasn't sure how the nozzle was going to work given I'd crafted it out of a piece of wood, but it came up pretty good. So yes, this is where we're at. I'm pretty happy so far, to say the least. I mean, I do slightly miss my old garage. I won't lie about that. Let me just put this phone back in the holder here. Yoink. Okay. Put that in there somewhere. Check out those tyres. And yoink. Lovely. So, yeah, it's getting there. I'm enjoying making all this stuff. I'm hating painting it. What a dumb idea that was. As soon as I started painting the loft, it was like, oh, God, what a dumb idea. Now I'm going to have to buy more paint. And I'm at the stage now where I need to buy more paint. I'm only using cheap... Where is it? Cheap acrylic paint. I mean, you can see how cheap it is. It's just craft paint. Cheap acrylic paint. Depending on what I'm painting, I'll mix it with a bit of water in a little tub. Cheap acrylic paint, water, and a cheap brush. So that's what the majority of this stuff's painted with. Right, so Lee says, I like your parts wash. Parts wash, did a good job on that. Thank you. Johnny says, that's real nice, mate. Lee says, where are the dancing girls in the stripper pole? PG, Lee. Right, I'm sure there was more. Steve says, nice, very nice garage, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I've already put a lot more time into this garage than I sort of thought I would have. Because I smashed out the previous garage so much. Lars has joined us. Thanks for joining, Lars. It's a weekend. You can start late now. The previous garage I smashed out in a matter of hours. It was just put the floor down, put the walls up, put the light on, the roof on, and then build a loft. And then put some stickers and stuff everywhere. That was the majority of the last garage. This one obviously is a lot more detailed. So I'm trying to do a lot of this stuff. I do have taps coming. I have to go and buy some brass pipes so I can make water taps. I'm still contemplating the idea of making, excuse me, of making this last. Let me see the garage. Really, dude? Well, just hang on. I'm really contemplating the idea of making this functional so water goes into it, drains out of it. I've got ideas, man. I've got ideas. And look, once it's finished, there's every chance I'll go, okay, today I want to really make a working water system for the garage. So there's every chance I'll go back and make stuff work. I really like the idea of an opening roller door. And if I do that, I will put a platform on the outside of it that I can have a truck on. See where I'm going with this? So I can drive a truck through the roller door into the garage. What a scale video that'd be. Right, now because Lars was late. Okay, here you go, Lars. This is just for you, and of course anyone else that wants to see it. So, we have our loft, we have our entertainment area. That will change over time. Like I said, I want to make it work in TV. Check out the Barbie. Got some food on the Barbie. I may have knocked the kangaroo over last night, but anyway. So we've got that up there. We've got the stairs. Lee, you'll never be done. This is probably true. I'm thinking over in this area, under the stairs, I might make some sort of cool little welding area. Just to sort of use up awkward space. Because underneath the stairs is awkward space. So unless I make a certain shelf that's shaped to the stairs and that sort of nonsense, it's going to be a bit tricky. That's why I threw the jack stands under there, because that's probably what you'd throw under your stairs. Lawrence has joined us. Thanks for joining, Lawrence. So we've got that. This section here at the moment is sort of up for creativity plus. You know, I'm going to change this stuff around, so don't get attached to that. The office, this is for Lars's benefit, so if anyone's sick of seeing this, blame Lars. Oh, check out that 8x8 and the table in there. Oh, there's one of me cokes. Anyway, so this is the office. Little storage area up top. Ladder down the side. I didn't want to do stairs, and the reason being I didn't want to go taking up a heap of room down here or out the front, etc. and so on. I am yet to build, and this will probably start today, I'm going to build a small toilet area in there. So there will be a toilet. That's going to be in there. And then once the toilet area will probably come out to the end of that flag max. So a couple of walls, roof, little light in there, etc. I will wire that into the other lights. At some stage, I am hoping to have a little control panel on the front of my desk so I can push a button and off and on each different light. Wicked. So that's that. Check out that V8. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I'm really, really quite pleased so far. Wicked. I love this hobby. Right. So, when you talk this much, your throat gets dry real quick. I've seen WWE Wrestling had scale toilets. I got sent a toilet by Ryan. Oh no, Ryan was Ryan. It was by Paul Rainey. Paul Rainey sent me a crapper. I think Ryan brought it with him when he came here. What is the green truck? That is a beast. I'll show you in 2 seconds. So Paul sent me American Scale Accessories, for those wondering. Paul sent me a crapper. Paul also proceeded to paint a heap of brown in the crapper, so it looked like someone had had the worst night on the booze ever. I will be painting the toilet white before it goes in. So I've got a crapper. That's going to go in there. It's going to have a light in it. It's going to have a door that I make. I'm still modifying the door that's on the office now. I've got to get a hinge for that. Got to get a couple of hinges for the toilet door. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do yet, but I'm loving it. It's just so cool to sit down and go, okay, what am I going to build today? When I was at the hardware the other day buying some more balsa wood, I've got a lot of balsa wood. When I was buying the balsa wood, it was like, wood stain. Why don't I stain some of this? And that's where I got the stain for the bottom of the office, for the office desk, etc. and so on. Right. So, Steve, what's the green truck? The green truck is if you swipe the comments out of the way, mate, you'll be able to see that real pretty like. This is a Cross RC SG4C Demon, and it is epic. I love this thing. It is scale to the max. This truck is essentially, what you see is how it comes, except for I've changed the wheels and I put a light bar on it. Now they are a kit, you have to build them. I have changed my suspension and stuff around a bit, put shorter shocks in the rear so it doesn't doesn't want to flex as much. I'm still yet to test this setup out. I've got to get it out. But yeah, they come as a kit. They're crazy detailed. That's a motor plate that has, I think, about 6 bolts. You can take that off to access your motor, your ESC, etc. that you hide under there. Comes with its own light kit, including, obviously you can't see because the truck's not turned on. If you're riding there, the dashboard even lights up. It's just, I love these things. Passionate about cross trucks. For a very good reason. I mean, look at that, man. That's awesome. Possibly going to change this so it's got the bed on it, which does increase the length of your wheelbase, which will increase performance. Link to where you can buy it, all the w's.crossrc.us. No .coms, crossrc.us. If you've got any questions, Robert Mazza. Dude in this group called Robert Mazza. He's got a wicked GT Mustang, I believe it is, for his profile picture. So nice. He's the man to talk to. He will help you out. Lee, I think you are incorrect. Yeah, there's no .com. Hang on. Let me try this. Let me do this. It's not very often I do this in feed, so crossrc.us postage. That should give you the link. Tell me if that works. Try it after the feed. You don't want to leave this fun. Now, we can either make this a short live feed where you just see where I'm at, what I got in the post, and that's fine. Or, if you like, we can possibly do a bit more quick gluing and such with the balsa woods, because I need a bookshelf for my office. So it's up to you guys. I'm happy either way. I can do it live feed or no live feed. So if you want to see me do that, let me know. I've got all the balsa wood sitting here. I've got some super glue sitting here. I have gone through a lot of super glue. Why don't they make this in tubes that are twice the size? Lars says, yes, the link works. So that's where to go. Yeah, what do you want to see? Do you want to say, thanks for the live feed, we'll call it a short one? Or do we want to hack up some balsa wood and make a bookshelf? Pretty simple build. So it's up to you guys. You got to comment and let me know what you want to do. Lee, Cross RC is awesome RCs. Yes. While I wait for you guys to tell me what you want to see, let me pull this one out of here without hitting the mirrors. I probably could have made that a touch wider. This is one of my fave Cross RCs. This is the one that's hiding in the carport. This is a PG4. Lars says make stuff. Straight to the point with Lars. Check this out. Let me just open up this for you so you can put your scale goodies in there. I love that. If you get a PG4, you have to get the bed cap for it. Look at it. Oh, I love this truck. Seriously. It goes a lot of places. It's got to be said, I took my TRX4 out a little while back, and I took that for a run, and there's places where that truck will go that the TRX4 won't. Go figure. Now, I know my TRX4 does have a lot of extra weight on it. And I'm not talking about the brass underneath. I'm talking about all the nonsense I keep putting on top of the truck. The spare tyre on the back, that sort of stuff. I cared more about scale than I did performance, and then I started caring about some performance, so I put all the brass on. Right, Lars is saying make some stuff. Now, this is a thing of balsa wood. Just going to grab out some random bits, and I'm going to make a bookshelf. What have I got? That's probably enough to make a bookshelf. Yes, I think so. Okay. Essentially what I'll do is my little hacksaw to cut the wood. You can use your knife to cut wood, but some pieces are really bloody tough. Okay, here's what I do sometimes when I make this stuff. Now I'm just going to make it as I normally would. Open up this. I know I've got 15 packets of this stuff open, but this was the closest. Right, so I'm going to make the bookshelf. Now this is how you be smart about this. That tall. No cutting. Lee says balsa wood, question mark. Yes, balsa wood. Lars says bookshelf. You're going to write books in 1/10 scale too? I will print out some 10th scale magazines and put on there. No, Lars. Making a 10 scale magazine is actually pretty easy. I've done a few of those in the past. I will also put some officey type goodies on there. There's going to be some stuff that I order. I mean, I could possibly make some folders out of this, or this is high impact polystyrene. It's flexible. This is the 1mm thick sheet. I mean, it's flexible. It's waterproof. You can yoink, cut it with scissors. You can glue it with super glue. There's so many things you can do with this stuff. You can make an RC body. You can make. That's what I made that sink out of. So you've got this stuff, high impact polystyrene. It's not the same as your typical styrene. It's damn near plastic. Balsa wood, Lars, you're not funny, man. I'm onto your tricks. Okay, so I'm going to make a bookshelf. I'm not going to make it too thick, so I'm thinking I'm going to go 3 of these glued together for the side wall of the bookshelf. So that's what I'm going to do first. This is quick and easy balsa wood. Don't tell me that's blocked. It was quick and easy balsa wood. Will you please cooperate? There we go. Okay. Run a bead above glue down here. I'm going to get this as square as I can. Lovely. Give it a bit of a squeeze together. Nice tips on the high impact styrene though. What did I mess up, Lars? Look, this stuff is brilliant. And if you're really clever, you can make Rolf Harris music with it. Timey Kangaroo Down Sport and all that stuff. Right. So we're going to glue this one, and this is going to be one side of our bookshelf. Now, keep in mind, I'm rushing this, okay, because it's a live feed and I don't want to take all day doing it, because you guys will get bored. Okie dokie. So that's one side of our bookshelf. Now, it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect, but that's fine. Here's a tip for you too. If you want to make this sort of stuff look old, like old, whack. That's how you do it. Not crazy hard, you'll break it. Okay, right, now I'm going to quickly glue the other side together. This is why I like this stuff, because you can say to yourself, tell you what, before lunch or whatever, I'm just going to knock out a quick bookshelf. And it is quick. Right, those two are together. Go on the next one. I mean, if this doesn't give you the confidence, go and buy some balsa wood and have a crack at it. I don't know what will. Just remember, when you use super glue on balsa wood, it grabs really quick. So try and line it up as good as you can. Super glue, I don't know what the American equivalent would be called. It's like bloody instant. If you put it on your finger and hold your other finger there, it will glue them together quick, too smart. And it'll be hot, like Bernie's hot. Does that help you decipher what it's called? I'm sure there's some form of name for it, but that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to run one of these across. Yeah. Now we're also going to use these for our shelves as well, because quick and easy bookshelf. Essentially, these sticks are going to be the majority of the shelf. These panels are going to be the back of the shelf. This is how you make a quick and easy bookshelf. Tell you what I'll do. I'll be extra smart. I'll do another 2 of these. As quick as I can. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them while I'm doing this. That way we have something to talk about and so on whilst I'm gluing. Because otherwise it's just you're watching a bloke glue pieces of wood together and that's got to be boring. How's everyone going with their cardboard competition? The Scale Garage? If you don't know about it, you should. There's a pin post at the top of the page. How do you keep from getting it on your fingers? Well, sometimes you do, mate. If I'm honest. Sometimes you do. You just peel it off later. So that's just 3. We'll make one more. And this will give us the basis to our bookshelf. And then I can glue the backing on. I mean, only use super glue if you're confident that you can do what you need to do quickly and reasonably accurately without stuffing it all up. Because if you stuff it up, well then you're going to have to start again. If you're not very confident doing it, wood glue. And you don't need heaps of it. Just bang some wood glue on there. Be patient. I use super glue because 1, it's quick for live feeds, and 2, I'm not very patient. Patience is very important with RC. I will take a lot more patience whilst building a truck than I will building a scale bookshelf. I'll give you the tip. Right. Put that one on there. Lovely. Wicked. Little squeeze together. Really brings those 2 pieces together. Right, so now we have 4 pieces yay white. I'm now going to glue, same on the other side. And I'm going to try and hold it as level as I can. Remember, I am rushing this. I suggest if you're doing this at home, don't rush it. Take your time. Okay, let's go that. Actually, I'll put the glue on that piece. Put some glues. Yoink. Some little tacky, some of that stuff. Okay, glue that right, yay. Lovely. Right. Now, I'm going to put some glue on this end. This gives you an idea of how quick you can do this stuff. Some glue there. I'm going to put some glue here. Lovely. We have a box. That's the outside to our dealing. Now I'm going to run some glue on the back and along the side a smidge. I'm going to put down my first backing piece. Lovely. Give that a push down. First backing piece on. Ignore this. Now I'm going to glue on the next backing piece. Now you have to remember, this is for a scale garage. It doesn't need to hold a crap ton of weight. It's going to hold little scale accessories and little books and such. Now I'm going to glue on the next piece. Good question, Lars. Lars is asking, who is working on their scale garage out of cardboard for the competition? Oh, remind me. I have to do a post and pester RC Mart. And I'm going to put one of these at the bottom because there is a perfect gap for one of these. That should fill that perfectly. So that's what I'm going to glue on the bottom. It's good fun, this stuff. Quick and easy scale accessories for your garage. If you don't have to buy it, build it. BCRC has joined us. Thanks for joining, mate. You've joined the arts and crafts session of today's live feed. Okay, now I'm going to take my knife, because this stuff's really thin. I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to gently run it along the back of here, if I can do it properly. Gently run it along here. Yeah, the knife moved. Cut the excess off. Now there is a bit of extra excess on there, because my knife moved. I will attempt to eradicate that. Lovely. That needs a touch more glue. Right, now, we've got this. So that's the basis of your scale bookshelf. I'm just going to run around the inside and put a dab of glue along these panels. Being balsa wood, it will suck the glue into it. Rob's joined us. Chris Rappel's joined us. For those that don't know, Chris does a lot of YouTube videos. Chris, if you like, drop a link to your YouTube channel, mate. Lee, I started working on it, but I've hurt my shoulder. My left arm is not working, so I'm kind of crippled. So don't quit, mate. We've had this discussion, Lee. There's no rush. You got till the 22nd. Just do what you can, mate. Honestly, if you show me a shoebox with a scaled chair in it, I'll be impressed. I know how hard some of you guys have got it out there, and hell, I've been dealing with a back injury for the last year. I know yourself, Lee, Jim, there is other people. Who was it? Someone commented on the post today. It'll come to me. I know it's not always smooth sailing. So, relax, don't stress. That's the most important thing. Right. Oh, we got lucky. We got lucky here, folks. Okay, so this is the basis of our bookshelf for the office. All that's left to do is put, speaking of Jim Davis, thanks for joining, Jim. Lee, I have a 6-sided Christmas tree. You're doing better than me, because I haven't built anything in cardboard. The next live feed, I think I'm going to have to do some cardboard build stuff. What do you reckon? I'll organise some cardboard. I'll say that. I've got cardboard boxes here everywhere. The next live feed will be about the competition. Will be an update on what I've done in the garage. Will be an update on where I'm at with the little XM1S Sprinter. And cardboard build stuff. That sounds good to me. Okay, so the next step for our doohickey, our bookshelf, is shelves. That's all we need to do, shelves, and then it can have paint. This has taken how long? Not long. Jim Davis says, "Hi, Johnny." Why, hello there, Jim. Something I'm going to do, I'm going to put 2 runners up the back of my shelf. No, I'm not. It's a scale shelf. Right. I just need to mark out the width now, because this is skinnier than our other piece. Unless we go that way. Yeah, we can go that way. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to glue 2 of these together. These are going to be our shelves. Yoink. Like I said, this is a quick and easy example, so I don't know why I'm stressing as much time about getting it right. Because it doesn't matter, mate. Right, they could go like that. 1 shelf. Slide that in. It is nice to have your shelves straight. That I do recommend. Lovely. Dab of glue either end. We'll keep your shelf there. And then a dab of glue underneath your shelf on each piece of the wood, and you push the backing against your shelf. So that's what our shelves are going to look like. Now, I'm purposely not making them as deep as the rest of the bookshelf. How to build a cardboard box out of a cardboard box. Why not, man? Why not? If it's fun. But if you're like, I'll have a crack at building some stuff out of cardboard, because obviously I'm not entering the competition. That'd be a bit unfair, I think. So the next live feed, I'll build some stuff out of cardboard. Right, next shelf in. I'll just space that by eye. A couple of dabs of glue there and there. There, there, there. Lovely. Next shelf. This is how easy this stuff is. This glue is nearly empty. Don't know what's going on out there. Right. Lovely, there can be a large shelf. I need more glue. I have got more glue, I believe. Okay. These, $1.50 from a local hardware store, and I buy heaps of them. For just such occasions. They're nice just to have hanging about. Right. I'll glue this last shelf on and then our bookshelf's done. Sorry if this has taken a bit long now. Right. And now it's not open. Usually this stuff opens when you screw the lid on. I hope this doesn't explode in my face. Wouldn't that be funny? Right, put that back on. We're nearly done, kids. Do remember too, if there's ever anything you want to see in a live feed, feel free to ask. I'll always do my best to do the things you want to see. I mean, don't ask me to do a backflip because that's not going to happen. Okie McDokey. One scale bookshelf. What do you reckon? Is that good? Do you like that? Lawrence, wish we could get a good supply of balsa wood here in New Zealand. Lawrence, do you have Bunnings, mate? I can't remember if you have Bunnings or not. If you've got Bunnings, they'll have they will have balsa wood. If you've got Spotlight, they'll have balsa wood too. Honestly, we don't have a good supply of balsa wood here. We've just got a couple of shops that sell balsa wood. So you've got to go and buy 10 packs and 10 packs and whatever else to try and get a bit of a collection of. There's our balsa wood shelf. That's going to go in the office with scarred accessories on it. Yeah, but not much here, mate. We haven't got much either, if it makes you feel any better. Bunnings has probably got the biggest range in sizes. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you, mate. You can order balsa wood online. Lars says it's a great looking shelf. I've got some scarred accessories. I should do. I just ordered 50,000 of them. Let me put some scarred accessories on the shelf. Of course, my scarred accessories are all at the bottom. Now we get some stuff out of the box. My motor, my servo. Josh, what's crack-a-lackin'? I made a shelf, Josh. Look, shelf for my office. Bookshelf. Which I'm going to put some scarred accessories on. If I can find what I did with them all. There's some. What have we got there? We've got some drinks and such there. Yeah, Rosalie. Robert's come back or has still been here, I don't know. Facebook said you just come back. So this is obviously going to be a poor example because it's not book related or office related. Oh my God, that bag does not want to let go. Put a bucket down there. Bag of ice. I love scale accessories. I really do. They're just so much fun. Barrel of booze, put that on top of the shelf so you can just fill up your cup. So is there anything else I need to build? Or I think I've got to plan stuff out. Now if you go back, Josh, I know you've joined late. If you go back and watch this feed, open bag. God. If you go back and watch this feed from the get-go, we did open up a box of goodies that I got from RC Mart this week. Live unboxing, and then there was a live unboxing in the live unboxing. Tony Martino's joined us. Jim Davis, my kind of office. Well, we're going to put some soda pop on the shelf too. I know, I need a fridge. I did contemplate the idea of making my own fridge, so that could happen. Let's just put that there. We'll put a beer over here. This is example sake, fellas. Okay, so don't knock the placement of stuff. This is an example of how easily you can scalarize your garage. Just push that to the back of the shelf. If you swipe the comment, actually, don't swipe in the comments, look. There you go. Scale shelf for your scale garage. Now that took, I don't know how long. It didn't feel like it took that long. That will go up there. It just shows you how easy this stuff is to build. So, buy yourself some balsa wood. I knew that was going to happen. Buy yourself some balsa wood. Buy yourself some glue. Doesn't have to be super glue. It can be wood glue. Get yourself some of that. Now, you can stain this stuff. I wasn't going to do this, but I think I might. I'll grab this. It's got my big ass stain brush on it. I will shake my stain. If you shake paint tins, keep your thumb on the lid. Rag for my brush. I'm quickly going to stain the. Lee reckons it's taken 3 hours and 15 minutes for me to build. Ah, bloody hell. Don't think that'll fit in there. No, it won't. It'll fit that way. No, it won't. What did I use previously? I had another screwdriver here and I don't know where it's gone. What's that one? So we're going to quickly stain it, just to show how you can turn your cheap little wood project into a, I won't say fancy. If you really wanted to fancy this up, you'd sandal the edges and make them all pretty, and you'd probably plan it out longer than 2 minutes. Which, unfortunately, sometimes that's how long of planning I put into these things. So, I'm just going to wipe any crapola off my brush. And then I'm going to enjoy the fumes for Tony's benefit. I'm going to stain my little cabinet here. I'm going to be rather generous because this stuff soaks in really quick to balsa wood. So be generous. If anyone's got any questions about the competition, feel free to ask. Now's a good time to do it when I'm doing something like this. Bob Olsen's joined us. Thanks for joining, Bob. Very much appreciated, mate. You've joined us at the most boring part of the feed where I stain a balsa wood bookshelf. That's got to be done. So yes, if you've got any questions about anything, now's the time to ask. because as much as I'm going to race this as much as I can, it's still going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to do all the inside first, and I won't do the bottom. I will do all the top sides. Bob says, love the videos. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. I'll do what I can to try and provide good content, because it's important, I think. It's nice to have a place where, you know, we can come and hang out and know that we're not going to have the piss taken out of us. Like, not seriously. We'll take piss out of each other, but we do it in a fun and loving manner. Brent joined us. Thanks for joining, Brent. You can paint the bottom side of that shelf. Right, so I'm quickly, ever so quickly, staining my balsa wood shelf. Now, you can do this with a rag if you like, but how long have you got? Jim Davis, what does Vegemite taste like? Like shit. Vegemite's horrible. I don't like Vegemite. I've never liked it. It's very salty. Yeah, I don't like it. If you want a description of someone, Hannah doesn't like it either. Yeah, you're gonna have to ask someone else, mate. I don't like it. It's just too salty. It's a vegetable extract spread. Doesn't that sound delicious? I do like Promite though. Make sense of that. Promite itself's pretty salty. Right, quickly smashing this out. Possibly have Guinness Book of World Records give me a call here in a minute and tell me I've broken a record for staining a bookcase. Jim, I heard it's awful. Yeah, I don't like it, mate. Ryan didn't go much on it either, if you go back and watch the live feeds. That's hilarious. It was so funny. He was trying to be as polite as he could too. Brewer's yeast. Lawrence, can't get enough of it here for my boy. There you go. Do you eat it, Lawrence, or do you not like it? We've gone from talking RC to Vegemite. So this happens a bit on these feeds. Bob, so what are you making? I made a bookshelf for the office, and now I'm just quickly going to smash a coat of stain on. Basically, Bob. I did an unboxing of what turned up in the mail this week. That was fun. The body that we all voted for, well, not all, but, you know, the body that was voted for the little race car chassis. The body turned up, the wheels turned up, the motor and ESC turned up. So that's damn near ready to race now. I've just obviously got to build the body. Really quite surprising of how good a value for money those ABC bodies are. Bloody excellent, actually. The amount of detail that's in it for the money you pay is epic. It's crazy. White lenses, bumpers, the decals just look awesome. I'm going to post up some pictures of the decals because they're just so detailed. Right. Quickly smash on this coat here, and then I can do the outside. The outside shouldn't be too bad. I'm trying not to show you guys so you don't see how cool it looks yet. It does look a heap better. Now, as much as I'm rushing this, I am trying to do somewhat of a reasonably evenish coat. I don't know how even it is. She's a little rough around the edges. When you come to the States, mate, it's on my list. Dude, I want to come over there. I want to come over there. I want to at least bring one truck with me. I want to come over there. I want to go wheeling. I want to go to Axial Fest. I know Axial is a bit of a quiet word these days, but I want to go to an Axial Fest. I want to go to some big events. You know, it'd be awesome. Who wants to buy me a ticket? BCRC, United States Tour, baby. I'll talk like a redneck the whole time. I'll be Larry the Cable Guy. I remember that one time there, we were down there at the flea market. He's funny, man. I don't care who you are. Whatever the carry guy's funny. Anyway, so now I'm starting to obviously do the outside really quickly. I just have to leave one side so I can sit it on that side so it can dry. And later on, I'll do the side that's not dry. The side that wasn't done, making the 10th. Right. Jeremy, I would rather come out by you. Dude, do it. When Ryan was here, man, he couldn't believe. Like, where I go wheeling, all the trees are scale. We went wheeling for 2 days and he didn't see half of where I go. It's just, that's how good it is here. I've already done the bottom. You idiot. Alright, I won't do that side. I'll do that side. This way I can sit it up straight and you guys can actually get a good idea of it. Right, we're nearly finished here, folks. Sorry, there's no quick way of painting stuff on feeds. This is generally why I don't paint stuff on feeds. Lawrence, if I win the lot, I will take you. Deal. Signed, sealed and delivered. Let's go. I just think it'd be awesome, dude. I'd love to do Route 66 at some stage, of course, in an old Mustang. I love Mustangs. I think that'd be awesome. Actually, I'd probably rather do it in something like 56 Fairlane. But anyway, that's all niggly details. Now, any thick spots that you get, you can just give it a quick brush. Okay, so will I do the back? I'll do the back. Really quickly, like it. Lay it on thick. The back's not overly important, obviously, because it's going to be sitting against the wall, but because, you know, because people are watching you do it live, you have to do everything. Sit that down. Quickly head over here. Winning. Definitely winning. That was very much. Like I said, this stain really grabs balsa, so you paint a little bit on and it goes really grippy instantly, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But it's worth sticking it out, and you just keep brushing it, and keep adding a little bit more, keep brushing it. Just about done. Ben, finally there's some hair again. Shut up, Ben. Look, man, it gets hot, and when it's really, really hot, I can't sleep, and sleep's hard enough to get lately, so I've got to cut it off. Just got to get rid of it all. Right. So there's me rough, like a dog. Staining of the bookshelf. They can go back there. I'm going to sit that down just there. There you go. Swipe the comments out of the way and feast your eyeballs on that. I've got to make sure that is on properly, because I don't want someone to lift it off the shelf and have the lid fly off. So for those that were too lazy to swipe the comments out of the way, there you go. How's that for a quick knock-up bookshelf for the office? God, that stinks. Doesn't help when you're right there like that. Ta-da! That's all I'm going to build now that I've flooded my garage with the smell of stain. Dumb idea, mate. So there it is. Buy yourself some balsa wood. Buy yourself some glue. Go nuts. Build a garage. Jim says, Abby says hi. Hi, Abby. Thanks for watching. Lee, looks good. You did a good job for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Lol. I'm going to go back and watch this feed, and I'm going to time how long it took. Keep in mind, I'm not just building, I'm talking smack too, and I'm building at the same time, and then I stained it. Okie dokie. So, I think that's going to do for today's feed. I'm not going to do a massive one. It's probably been an hour and a half already. I'm not going to do a massive feed. I always say that. For the next live feed, there will be... I'll do some cardboard stuff. I'm going to build some cardboard stuff to show you how easy it is and how there's still heaps of time left to do the competition. What else did I say I was going to do? There will be an update on the garage, obviously. I will plan ahead more so that I can do more stuff to the garage for the next feed. I hopefully can plan it so that I've got some electrical stuff to install, i.e. the light switches and things. I want to see if I can find some scale light switches that are functional. Yes. Hopefully my taps will have turned up. If they don't, where did that barrel go? Over here. If they don't, I will pilfer these from the scale accessories that turned up. And when my other taps turn up, just put them in here. So yes, I have plans. I'll try and plan it so we can actually do a good detailed, this is how you run the conduit for your wiring for your shed. This is how you make a power switch, should I not be able to find ones that I want. I'll possibly look into, this is how we install some off-on switches for different sections of lights everywhere. I don't know. I'll have to have a hunt around and see what I can find. If I can find some scale light switches, bet your ass I'm going to have scale light switches. What else? There's more stuff I want to do. I want to have running water. How stupid is this? It's a scale garage, for Pete's sake. I want to have running water. I did think to myself, I can make my own tap for this, for the washer. I can make my own tap that comes up through the back here, or attached to the back, doesn't matter. Loop it over, so obviously the water falls in. Then I'll have a return line that goes through the floor. So I have to drill a hole in my garage, and that'll be the final location of this. Drill a hole through the floor, one of those will come back to a squeezy bottle. Something about this size, which will be full of water. So you squeeze this, water comes out, drains back in, and it's a constant cycle. You never run out of water. That's the sort of crap that goes through my head day to day. Lee, you got to have a toilet. Look, bear with me. Here. Get a load of that thing for a moment. I will grab the pooer. If I can remember what drawer I put it in. There we are. Now, the sort of mates I have in the States like to play funny jokes. So when this pooper was sent over, that's how it looked. So I will be painting the pooper, because the pooper will not be going in looking like that. I tell you right now. One pooper. I'm going to have to sand it a bit. It was just a quick print before Ryan came over, so, and truth be told, I may have to actually build something a bit underneath it, because it's going to be a bit short. It's a short pooper. You could use a small pump for your water fountain. I've thought about that, Bob. Thought about like an aquarium pump, but even a small aquarium pump will do like 100 litres an hour. Doesn't sound like much, but when it's going through a tiny little tube, that's quite a bit of pressure. So, we'll see. Gymnast like the toilet of train spotting. Anyway, so there's going to be a crapper, obviously. I've got the toilet there. I've just got to build a little room for it, which I think I'm not going to paint it the same as I've done everything else. I'm going to make it look like it was an add-on that's not finished yet. Obviously, that's going to be painted, because that's disgusting. So yes, that's where we're at. Look at that. There's our little bookshelf of the day. It is still a little bit sticky. It's fine, doesn't matter. But will it flush? No. Actually, I did have this thought the other day. Drill a hole in the bottom of here. Put a pipe in here. Have another squeezy bottle. So you squeeze the bottle, and then water shoots up out of the toilet, and then people will think that your toilet sprung a leak. It's just too much time, man. But if you did that, you'd have to waterproof the walls and such. If I had that sort of carry on going on in a scale toilet back there, and if I had balsa wood walls, the big hit of water is going to wreck the walls. Lawrence, can you PM me a photo of the green truck? I'll PM you as many as you like. I've got hundreds of photos of it. I love it. I do recommend the cross trucks, obviously. People know that. I say it a lot. But for good reason. They're wicked trucks. The SG4C Demon is the flagship, so it's not cheap. $549 US worth. You can get them now in Melbourne. We now have a stockist here in Adelaide. Duh. We now have a stockist here in Adelaide. And look, I reckon by mid next year you'll be able to get cross RCs everywhere in Australia, which is awesome. I've been pushing for a long time. Since I met Rob, I've been pushing shops all around Adelaide to get these trucks. You need cross RC. That's what I've been telling them. They're going to be the next big thing. And in my opinion, they are. They're on their way up, and look at the stuff they make. Look at it. It's just, it's next level and then some. Full scale interior. I've got the Fonz and Richie Cunningham in there. Happy days, mate. Should call this truck Happy Days. Anyway, definitely recommend them. I love them. I mean, they make army trucks. They make normal 4x4s. They make competition style 4x4s. They make the biggest, baddest thing you're ever going to see. Look at this thing. Look at this, damn it. Have a go at the back of that for a truck. Cross RCs are epic, mate. Epic. This thing comes with its own trailer hitch. It pulls my extra speed tandem trailer like a bloody charm with the Demon on it. And I don't know, this motor with a 1080 drag brake will still pull up the trailer with the Demon on it. Crazy. Dion, my Brute is better. I would put any of these trucks up against your Brute any day of the week, mate. You got to remember, your Brute's totally different. That's a one-off custom build. Anywho, I love your truck, man. You know that. That's why I say to people, check out Mr. Comedy. I don't say Mr. Command anymore. I still laugh about that. Drop a link to your page, Dion, for those that haven't seen it. Yeah. Get cross trucks, man. They're awesome. I do have a big cross decal that I got from Rob. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, and that's something I haven't planned out either. I've got a lot of decals. I've got a big ass Samex decal it's like the side of a motorbike fuel tank decal. Samex makes motorbike parts as well. So I've got to decide where I'm going to put that. I just don't know. I've also got my 16th anniversary birthday coaster RC Mart sent me. I'm really quite attached to that. That was in my old garage and I took it off the wall. I'm quite attached to it. So, Dion, fix your bloody PG4 and drive it. I don't know what I'm going to drive next. This is my problem. I've got so many trucks that I love. I never know which truck to take out. Third world problems, I know. But it's like, oh, I haven't driven the PG4L for a while. Oh, but I haven't driven the PG4 with the new wheels on it. Oh, but I haven't driven the Tesla. Oh, geez, just take one of the trucks out. I give myself the shits doing it. Dion, I need parts from Rob. Tag him. Get him in here. Get them parts, man. All right, well, I think that's going to do it. Today we built a bookshelf. We stained it. If you want to see how to build one of these, go back to the start and watch it get. So we built the bookshelf. We stained that. We had a look at the Sprinter body. We had a look at all the parts and nonsense that I got in the mail. And then we had a look at the garage. We had a look around there, and I explained how I did the lighting and such. Yeah. Good stuff. Probably not as long as normal, but damn, so quick. So quick. Only $49.99. Free steak knives. Okay. Dion, I missed the body. Okay, for those that missed the body, let me just scoop my mess out of the way. Now, I'm not going to show you all these bits because it takes forever. But I'll give you the quick hoopty rundown. All these pieces are light buckets, front and rear bumpers, front and rear bumper mounts, and what else? There was something else. Rear spoiler and that sort of deal. But this body is detailed. Then, check out that. Check out that bad boy. I will post pictures of this so you guys can really see just how detailed this little thing is. I love it. I think it's awesome. It's just such a cool little shape. And it is tough. Excuse the noise. That's a tough body. Just to shut Dion up so he doesn't whinge about it. ABC makes some good stuff. They do. I actually got ABC wheels and tyres for it as well, Dion. And then realised that I got the big drifty ones. Chinese instructions. Just crazy. Tell you what I'll do. Move all this stuff out of my way. I want you guys to see just how good these decals are. If I sit that like that, or on the truck even, whatever, yeah, just stay there. Yoink. I'm going to flip that around. Have a go at that. Is that not one of the best headlight decals you've ever seen? Because it's one of the best I've ever seen. Indicator, brake light, Sprinter logo. I mean, it's just, they're the best decals I've ever seen for a body. The attention to detail, even for the smallest of decal, is epic. So if you're wondering about getting one of these bodies, I can definitely recommend them. It's just, I can't get over the headlights. So, and I've only seen that much of the sticker sheet. There's still the rest of it. It's just brilliant. Well, there's two, Dion. Okay, you can either do this option here, which you wouldn't use a light bucket for, so you can just paint the light bucket. Or you can use this one with a clear light bucket, so that if you put your own LEDs in it, you've still got what looks like the headlight lens on the front, but all the light shines through. It's just bloody wicked. I'm really, really impressed with that. So, can recommend ABC bodies. Can recommend their little touring car tyres, because they are grippy. I don't know how long they'll last, but I'm not going to be out there racing this car every day either. I did get some fancy for the shelf wheels, apparently. Must have clicked buy, and I do this. I go through RC Mart and I'll add a lot of stuff to my cart with the intentions of going back later and I don't really need that, don't really need this, etc. I'll get it next time, whatever. Apparently this time I just went click buy and pay. Here it is. Oops. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. As I say, give it a share. It's very much appreciated. It really helps us out here. The more people we watch, the more people that watch, the more stuff I can do with it. I've got a lot of plans and I want to try and make these things happen. Dion, I bought a few of their tyres and rims for my minis. Yeah, definitely recommend. Like I say, those little ones that I got, the M chassis wheels, are ridiculously tiny. So with that 13-turn brush motor, the acceleration is going to be off the charts. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but we'll work all that out. So yes, give it a share, give it a like, whatever else. And if you've ever got any suggestions for future live feeds, what you'd like to see, let me know. I don't know, if there's any suggestions for anything in the group that you've got, let me know. I'm pretty approachable. You can send me a message. If you need any help, shoot me a message. I'll do my best to help you out. So, lovely. All right. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that I had to show or was asked. So, all right. That'll do. Dion, I'm joining you next time. I'll think about it. I may have Dion on as a guest. Who'd like that? Perhaps I can do up a list of a few guests to have over next year. I don't like flooding the feeds with guests because when one person leaves, it wrecks the sound totally. So who knows? If Dion's nice, perhaps we'll get him on. If Lars is keen, perhaps some stage we'll get him on. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We might even get Jeremy on at some stage. The big man from Big Squid does all the crawler articles and such. We'll hit him up for some Big Squid decals for the BCRC people. It's worth a shot. You got to test your luck. All right, everyone, take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.